Well, women's voting behavior will be very smart. We're celebrating the centennial of the 19th Amendment, which enfranchised millions of women around the country. And what we have found over time is that women's voting behavior has steadily increased. Their turnout has steadily increased to the point where in 2016, women were the large majority of voters. More than 10 million more women than men showed up and cast votes in 2016. But also since 1980, we have seen something called the gender gap. And the gender gap means that women and men do not vote identically. So women are more likely to vote for Democratic candidates and men are more likely to vote for Republican candidates. This, of course, is not a pure division. There are Republican women and Democratic men. But in 2016, it was the largest gender gap that we had ever seen, which was 11 points in favor of Secretary Hillary Clinton over President Donald Trump. The early polling indicates that the gender gap in 2020 promises to be even bigger. It's looking like as much as 20 points between men and women in whether or not they are going to vote for President Trump or Vice President Biden. So that's definitely something to watch. We're also spending a lot of time here at Iowa State encouraging our students to get out and vote. In the last presidential election, about 55% of our students actually cast votes, which is really a respectable number, but there's always room for improvement. That age demographic, under 24, is the least likely to vote, and nationally they turned out at about 40%. But we have seen amongst our student body that STEM students are less likely to vote than our students in the social sciences and humanities. So we were making some special efforts to reach out to STEM students and convince them that they should go ahead and vote. And then we are also trying to help our students vote safely in a pandemic. So the early voting locations will be in the Sheeman building where there's more opportunity for physical distancing. We're encouraging our students to vote absentee by mail so that they don't have to go to a crowded polling place. But of course, if students procrastinate or choose to vote on election day, we want them to be able to do that safely as well.